Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and this is Dixie.
And we're Love Hub for Life. And for 216 weeks, we've been traveling all over this country on rock hounding expeditions and through forest and seeing just what I can build for other people.
That's right, guys. And this week we are hanging out in my hometown of Marshall, Texas, helping my cousin out with a farmhouse renovation that is going to be very, very cool. You guys stay tuned. Be sure and hit those thumbs up buttons and subscribe button and comment below so that I know to be grateful for you.
I'm with this dude. I like me some pecans. Texas is full of pecan trees, and this one is a monster. Look at this thing. But I guess I need to quit watching the squirrels and get back to work. Got a little foam board up on the wall yesterday, and it came a good rain last night. So everything's nice and wet now. But I'm gonna be moving down the side of the house today. There's a teenager in there. I better get to work and wake her up. If you were with us last week, then you know what we're doing. But if you weren't, let me explain that. I did a bad job this morning, and I haven't recorded much today. So this is an old farmhouse. It's about 100 years old. It was built in another location, and it was moved here at one point. This is what you call the asbestos siding. It's made out of asbestos, so it's rather toxic. It was removed off of the back of the house, and then a family emergency happened, and they haven't been able to get new siding back up because it's a lot of work. So what I've been doing is I've been covering all the old tar paper and shiplap that's behind this with the new foam, and then we're going to be putting hardy board siding all down this. And I also came in and ripped out basically this entire back corner. If you go back to last week's video, you can see exactly what it looked like before, and it was built out of wood that was part of the original structure, so 100-year-old timbers, and there was a lot of termite damage and what have you, and I have cut all that out, reframed the entire corner, and we're going to be building basically a little greenhouse in here, or sunroom. So there's windows there, glass door here, and another window, and we're going to be finishing it with all of the shiplap that was originally part of the structure, as well as there's another really old house not too far from here that I'm going to be tearing shiplap out of. We're going to be doing all of it on the interior and making it look like an old barn, basically, to hold on to that history. And one of the owners is also doing some rewiring on their home. I'm watching from afar. I'm not touching all that. Y'all hang on. This week's going to be fun. But the sun's gone for today, so I think I'm about done building. I do like my purple wall, though.
Is she just so mean to you, boys? That's a lot of purple up on that wall.
Mm-hmm. Phony. We'll do more tomorrow. Morning, y'all, and welcome to another fun-filled day in Texas. Last night, I ran out of daylight and energy, but today we're going to be wrapping this in house wrap. I'm running a last few screws. Britt and his neighbor Porter are also working on the electrical. There's some old-timey stuff in here. I'm trying to make this as updated as possible. Let's see what we can get done today. It'll look different by tonight, I promise. I'll say good morning, but it's noon. We've been buying stuff today. Let's see what he got back here. He's got a bunch of conduit. So Britt is in the process of adding to the house. He replaced that breaker over there, or the main cutoff and the breaker panel there yesterday. And there's some wires that run around the top, and we're gonna be routing those around the bottom of the house and conduit today, which means somebody's gotta go under the house. So I'm gonna go under the house and pull wires to their chosen location. And then we'll get back to work on finishing this little room up. I did manage to get them windows mounted in today. I still got to do the flashing tape, and I still have more wrap to do on this side of the house. Spent a lot of our time running this conduit through here. Eventually, it is going to be buried and run around the side of the house as well. All of this was replaced this weekend. This house is just getting a full treatment. Last week, I built in this wall over here too. This is a carport, obviously. We'll do some more tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. I'm obviously in one of my dreaded places, a big box store. And all that is in between me and leaving this place is that big pallet of foam up there. Eventually someone will show up with a forklift, right? I hope so. It'll be a fun day after I get out of here. I hate this place.
George, what are you doing? Are you eating flowers? I swear, this little dude spends all of his days looking for things to tear up. He is really cute though, and so are you, Dixie Doo. I think that guy over there is pretty cute too.
What are you saying about me?
Look at all this work you've done.
I haven't done a lot today. I spent all day in town getting supplies. Ugh. But I'm back at it today. I am working on this rain screen, as they call it, which is this structure here. And I'm going to be moving it that way. One
Getting
piece
somewhere.
at a time. One piece at a time.
Meanwhile, we are all shivering. It's getting cold in Texas, Taylor.
Yeah, I've got the fuzzy shoes on.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to start my day off doing a little bit of an experiment. I've been reading online about ways to age wood and make it look like aged barn wood. What we're going to be covering the inside of this room with is aged. It's very old, but it's been preserved. It's been hidden in the walls, and I'm getting some larger stuff out of another house, and we want to make it all kind of look the same. So our idea is we're going to be modifying the top of the wood. We're going to use an angle grinder with a cup wire wheel, I believe, so we can get a nice rough look to it. And then we're going to be soaking still wool in vinegar. This has got to set overnight, so I'm doing it this morning. And then you basically make a strong tea, and you saturate the wood with the tea, and then you saturate the wood with this filtered fluid, which is just the vinegar. And it creates a chemical reaction which is going to turn this stuff gray, like it's been hanging on the side of a barn for 50 years. Y'all stay tuned. This one will be fun.
One of the absolute best part of this project is that I have gotten to spend so much time with my older cousin and her family. We are really, really, really lucky to have them in our lives and could not be more grateful for them. I will say though that just like any nomad, assimilating back into a life that we left behind, what we call the matrix or vortexes within the matrix, can sometimes be a little bit difficult, no matter how much we love the people that we're surrounded with. We had a whole lot of fun in town last night celebrating Britt's birthday. And today, I am finding a way to ground myself and spend a little bit of time in nature. Luckily, it's not too hard to come by around here.
I think he knows.
Is that good corn, Shane?
It is. Is there something in my beard?
Just a little bit.
I'm not stopping. You all have to look at it.
Good morning, Shane.
Good morning. What's puppy doing?
Just being adorable.
Don't worry. She'll be angry later.
Oh, you hush. This is the cutest thing ever. Boy, I love that little dog. Good morning, everyone.
Well, I did eventually have to get out of that bed and leave that cute little puppy there. But it's time to get back to this. I'm working on stacking the foam, so I'm using 1-inch foam, and I'm layering it with staggering seams because I'm having to build this section of the house up ever so slightly to meet this because there's a weird transition there, and we want a smooth finish to the whole thing. Let's keep going. Like my foam wall? Very foamy.
I do. Nice stick.
Hey. Can you guess what it's fur? It's a furring stick, Kelsey. That's what it's for.
Shane's clearly done building for the day.
We gotta get rid of some of the garbage.
Tonight is the winter solstice, guys, the darkest day of the year. And so we are celebrating by gathering with loved ones around a fire and bringing light into the world. Happy winter solstice, y'all. So guys, this morning we're doing a bit of a science experiment and seeing if we can accelerate the aging of some of this wood. What are you doing, Shane?
This is good old-fashioned tea. So you take normal tea, you brew it, and you saturate your wood with it. And then this coffee can here is full of vinegar that has steel wool soaked in it. And supposedly that creates a chemical reaction. And we're trying that out on some different types of wood, and we're also trying it with no tea to see if it does its own effect. But it's supposed to be able, once you do this, you should just be able to let it sit for 24 hours and it changes. So there's no work involved.
We will know the results of all of this tomorrow, which means y'all are gonna have to come back next week to see it all. But also next week, I think we're gonna be finishing out that room with some wood that's already really, really old. Where's it coming from, Gwen?
We got some that's coming from my great-grandfather's house, which these are boards that come from his house. Then some from my great-great-grandfather's house, Demore Stegall. And he died well before I was born in 1939. And this is a house that he built.
That's really awesome. And keep it all alive and also keeping it in the family. You'll be part of this house forever, Shane.
I did write my name.
In lots of places.
Can't tell you where. I'll tell you this, if you ever find it, you're having a bad day, buddy. If you see my name, you're going to be like, he predicted this.
We left the boys to their building, and we're taking Quiz, newest toy, out for a little spin. Boy, it's good to be in the woods of East Texas again. Well, y'all, it has gotten quite dark, and Britt is ending the week by being the grill master over there. He's got some burgers going. How did your weekend, Shane?
Oh, how did it end? I got some foam hung on the side of the house, and we worked on a bunch of the electrical, or I helped. I didn't really work on any of the electrical. It was quite the day.
You guys come back next week, and I think you're going to have a whole room to look at. And that yellow house might just be getting ready to head west. Guys, we want to take the time to say thank you to each and every one of you who have been following us along this far. We are having so much fun here in East Texas with all of our family, but we'll be hitting the road soon. You guys be sure and come back next week to see the updates on this awesome project.
If you're looking for a different point of view into our lives, maybe some still shots of this project and many other pictures, check out our Facebook and Instagram. Those are also fantastic ways to actually get a hold of us. You can direct message on those apps. Or if you don't like those, you can sign on to your email and shoot us an email at lovehutforlife@gmail.com.
And guys, I've had the time to be making a whole lot of jewelry, so go over to our Etsy page at Love Hut for Life and check that out as well. Peace out, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.